Hey y'all, it's me, Ree. I decided to do a short little video on my twist on the newest little trend that's out there on YouTube right now, which is passion twist. So for those of you who don't already follow me, and if you aren't, you should be, all of my information will be listed below. But for those of you who aren't and don't really see some of the styles that I get into doing, I am someone that always wears lots of wigs, and before wigs I did like lots of sew-ins. I've never really been the girl who did like lots of braid styles or twist styles. However, this summer it's been like extremely hot where I am. Ooh, sorry. It's been extremely hot where I am, and I'm just like, I need to do something that will allow my hair to breathe, but something that's also just a really cute look for the summer. And also I went on vacation about 2 weeks ago as well, so that was really the biggest reason why I decided to jump on the craze of passion twist. I was looking in my area for someone that could do the style for me. I was looking at faux locks and Senegalese twists and mermaid locks, and I kind of settled on the passion twist look. I liked what I was seeing on YouTube, and even though I hadn't seen a lot of girls like in my area wearing them, like here in the Memphis area, I decided to jump on and, you know, basically do the style myself. So I went to the beauty supply store and I bought 5 or 6 packs of the Free Tress Bohemian braid hair, which is this. They didn't have the water wave in the stores when I went to look, because of course everyone's now doing this, so this is all they had available. So I bought 5 bundles of the Bohemian Free Tress hair in the color number 2, and then I bought 2 packs in the color number TT27, just because I wanted to add like some blonde pieces throughout as well, just to make it you know, a little fun. I went ahead and did the install, and I'll go ahead and post a picture here just so that you guys can see what the end result was. So I liked my hair. I got lots of compliments from it. My honey was feeling it. So, you know, anytime that happens, it's like, this is for the win. And after about 2 weeks, I was just like, what the hell? Because, you know, with this style, I'm thinking, you know, at least I'll get, if nothing else, maybe 4 weeks of wear out of it. But after 2 weeks, it really just started looking crazy. And after I kind of took a step back and started looking at some of the reasons why this could happen, I basically decided to come up with a new way to do it so that it would work for me and maybe some of the other girls out there that are having these issues as well. The first thing I noticed with the Free Tress hair, as you can see, is that of course it's a synthetic hair. It's used for crocheting, but the boho babe, who was genius, came out with basically passion twist, basically just twisting it to create this kind of look. My issue with this hair is that it's extremely shiny, and so as you guys can see in the picture when I did it initially, it gives a very fake look to me. It looks extremely unrealistic. Like I know people already know that this hair isn't, you know, ours, but if I'm getting a style like this, I still want it to look realistic for the most part and still natural, and I just didn't get that from this. I felt that after about 2.5 weeks of wear time, I did like it more, because I feel like the shininess kind of started to dull out, and so I was like, okay, this is a look that is more for me. However, at the 2.5, almost 3 week mark, that is when I started to experience all the issues with my natural hair. So I'm natural, I'm a 4C girl, and I used a variation of techniques to put it in. Initially when I did it the first time, I used like shea butter on some pieces, I used edge control on others, I used a Shea Moisture like curling custard, and also Eco Styler gel. Like, I was using them on different pieces just to see what the end result would look like. And basically at the end of the day, out of everything that I use at the 2.5 to 3 week mark, all of my twists were doing the same thing, which lets me know that it's less about the product and more about the actual hair itself. So because I'm natural, my hair was starting to basically poke through, and I'm going to do one for you guys using some other hair that I've used in order to do this install. But I want you guys to kind of see, and instead of me taking all my hair down because it was already parted and I really only had my hair done for 3 weeks, I went ahead and like did a wash with the hair already in from this install, and then just proceeded to take them out. So one thing I will give a disclaimer of already is that even after washing the hair, it didn't make my natural hair frizz out more. This looks the exact same way that it did prior to me doing that. So I'll go ahead and pick out a piece because there's about 6 left that I haven't done. I had to run out to the beauty supply store today in order to get some more hair to finish it, and I thought, why not just go ahead and make a video so you guys can see. So this is one of the twists from the first install I did with the free tress hair, and as you can see, the twist itself is very pretty. It's very springy. It's not as shiny anymore because it's kind of dulled out from me having it in for about 3 weeks. However, all of this right here with my natural hair, if you guys can see, was the issue. So it doesn't look as bad right now because it's blended in now with the rest of my twists that are already done. But especially for the hair that was like around this area right here, all of this like frizzing and stuff like that, it's not a good look, especially if you're a 4C girl, which I've noticed in some videos that's a problem that some girls are saying that they're having an issue with. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this one out so I can show you guys how I did the twists that are in now. So basically, in order to take them out, I started unraveling from the bottom initially, and then this hair also tangles like really bad, so trying to take it out that way just ended up being too much of a hassle. So I can see where my natural hair, you know, stops. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take it out this way. This hair was very soft and also very lightweight. I can be honest and say that when I had this hair in, it felt like I didn't have in anything. Like, there was, as heavy as the style kind of looks, the hair is so lightweight that you just don't, you know, you don't have that heaviness, you know, feel to it. So this is my natural hair, and then there's a little buildup that's there, but I mean, it'll be okay because I plan to only keep these in for maybe like another 3 weeks or so. So I decided that the way to make this style look the best is by finding a hair that was similar to the free tress hair, in a sense of having the water wave but being very different in texture. So I went to about 5 different beauty supply stores, like here in Memphis and here in South Haven, Mississippi, just all over, trying to, you know, pull the hair out. You know, they hate that. Pull the hair out and actually look at it to get a feel of the actual texture. And so I came across this hair, which is by Sensational, and it basically kind of looks the same way. I got it in a 1B, and I got it in an 18-inch, which is the only inch that I saw that it came in. When I went back to the store just now, because I wanted to make sure when it came to color and stuff like that, that they did have a variation of color for you guys. So I did see like number 4, number 2730, some like ombre colors, and then they also, if you guys can't find it in the water wave, I also saw the Bohemian as well. So if you guys don't know the difference, the Bohemian just kind of gives you a tighter like curl look opposed to the water wave, but I mean, they both end up looking really, really pretty. So I'm going to take this hair out. I bought 4 packs. I have about 6 braids or 6 twists left to do in my hair, and I bought 4 packs of these and I used all 4. So I would say if you're doing them on the size of mine, to just get 5, maybe even 6 to be on the safe side, depending how big your head is. This is what the actual hair looks like. And as you guys can see, it's not as shiny. And it also has a much coarser texture to it, which is going to enable it to not slip out of your actual out of the actual twist. So what I used for each one was 1 piece. And I like also that this one it tangled much less than the other one. It's very easy to separate. I know with the other one you have to like go down and work your way up, but with this one you can kind of just start towards the top and kind of just take your fingers and smooth it out and see how it already is fluffy. So kicker, what I also added to this, because I did not want, I felt like even though this hair was somewhat coarser, I still needed a different texture of hair that was even coarser to mask my own hair here at the top. So I went and purchased this Kanekalon Afro Twist braid hair, which I guess a lot of people, it's basically Marley hair, a lot of people use for their, you know, twists and stuff like that. And it's extremely coarse. And literally, this is a new pack that I'm opening. I used 1 full pack for my hair. And I'm kind of mad at myself because I bought like 4 of these. And I'm like, I really only needed 1. All I did was pull out 1 piece. And within that 1 piece, I'm not even using the whole thing. I'm going in and separating it to take out half of this piece. And that's what I'm going to put together with my 1 piece of water wave hair from Sensational. You want to kind of taper the ends a little bit, just to make sure that there's a shorter piece on this side and a longer piece on the other, just for the best results and it looking more natural towards the bottom. So that's the piece that I'm going to use. So I've seen where everyone has used rubber bands in order to put theirs in. And that's fine for the girl that doesn't know how to braid, or the girl that doesn't really know how to start that twist from the beginning. I'm just not really the best when it comes to the method of twisting from the root. I've tried that in the past when doing what are they called? Marley twists in my hair, and it just doesn't ever work out for me. So I knew that wouldn't be the option I would be able to use for myself. So I didn't want to use rubber bands, because as a stylist I just don't feel like that's the best to have, like I mean, damn near 50 rubber bands all over your head. I mean, more for me, because I think I probably having at least like 80 twists. 50 rubber bands all over your hair, like pulling, and I just don't also see it. I also don't see it as a technique to where you would get longevity with the wear. So that just wasn't an option for me. So the best way to do these twists, in my opinion, so that they aren't slipping out of your head, honestly for me, is to braid from the root and then to go into a twist. I didn't have any issues with slipping. Like, I had all the issues in the world when it came to my hair like puffing up, but as far as like my twist actually slipping out, I didn't have that issue at all with the first install. And this is the same exact way that I installed them. So I'm gonna keep that way. Another technique I decided to do is that if you are natural, I do feel like your hair needs to be blown out prior to you starting the twist. Needs to be stretched and as straight as possible, and then going in with this edge wax extreme whole edge control and nothing else. All of the other like creams and shea moisture and stuff like that, while it is adding moisture to your hair, it doesn't really allow your hair to stay in the twist, and as a result you're able to have a lot more of that fuzzy look like around this part of the twist. If that's something that you like, then go with it. If not, then don't use that option. So I use some of the edge wax and I'm putting it around each side, but then also using it like on my hair itself, like pulling it out, pulling it through to where your hair ends up looking like that. Okay, so I'm taking my hair, and one thing I will also say when it comes to braiding this end is that you don't want to necessarily do a regular braid. You want to almost braid as if you're doing a cornrow. That is basically what locks it into place. Get as close as possible. And also I'm trying to see y'all. So I'm starting here. Pulling through. And I braid down until you feel it's basically secure enough. You're gonna wait until this part is back in the center here, your natural hair. You're gonna split it equally. You're gonna take a little bit more of this edge wax here and put it on both sides, and you're gonna start to twist. And you're just gonna go straight down. You want to make sure it was the tightest here, because you want to keep your natural hair locked into place here. But once you kind of get down towards the bottom, you can loosen up. And you just want to go all the way down. When you feel like it's getting a little bit drier, take a little bit more of it, just rub it on your fingers and keep going down. Until you get all the way to the end. And then that curly part of the end, you're just going to take your finger and kind of curl it around like so and let it go. And that is your twist. So as you guys can see, nothing poking out, nothing sticking out, and nothing coming out as far as slipping out of your hair. And that was a problem that, you know, like I said, people have been saying that they've been having with them. So I have a few others kind of like in this back section that I'm gonna do. And see, as you guys can see with these, how frizzy these really kind of show how frizzy it had gotten. And the shine, like you can tell in comparison to this hair. So that's basically it, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up off camera. I'll attach some pictures just so you guys can see, you know, the full extent of how my twists look. If you have any questions, then just let me know. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. I only saw this hair in 2 of my local beauty supply stores, so I'll try to post as much information as I can about it below, and also see if I can even find like some online links to where you guys can purchase it. In my local beauty supply store, it was $5.49 a pack, which already was cheaper for me than what I was paying for the free trust. They were charging me $7.99 a pack for that, I guess because it's in such high demand. But the moral of this story that I want you guys to know is that at the end of the day, passion twist is a very cute style. I just honestly don't believe it is a style that will last for a long time, especially using the free trust hair. I feel like it looks really nice at first, but over time, if you're a girl that's natural and with that silky kind of shiny hair, after a while it just doesn't mix, unfortunately. So it ends up being money wasted for a lot of girls, especially if you're paying someone to get it done. So what I will say to you guys is, when you're going to your local beauty supply stores, venture out. And you know, there are a lot of different brands now that are, because they see this as such a trend, a lot of different companies now are putting out hair that is called water wave and bohemian curl and all of that, and it's the same crochet hair, it just has a different look to it. So it's like, it doesn't have to be the free trust hair. Go and find you some different textures and some different brands, because I honestly feel like they may work a little bit better than the free trust hair itself. So that's it, y'all. I'm sorry I didn't want to make this video so long, but there's so much information I needed to put into it, and just so that you guys could actually understand the before and the after with this hair compared to what I had in before. So if you have some questions, just list them down below. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you guys are following me like on Instagram, Snapchat. I'll even, you know, post my Facebook information down below, and I look forward to seeing you ladies next time. Bye.